Evening, folks. Good evening, and I welcome Mr. Post 1975. Now, unfortunately, ladies, you're only going to get this eye candy tonight, Dave. Yeah, just for a change, Dave, you've got some broadband issues.
Yeah, what a surprise. I still remember when I was on your stream last year and one of your viewers left the best comment ever, which was, "It'll say on my tombstone buffering."
Now, without giving anything away, I know where you live because I actually wave to you.
That sounded really sinister.
I wave to you once a month when I'm down wherever I'm going. And they go, oh, he's in tonight. There's his car. You're not exactly in the middle of nowhere. That's a weird thing.
I bet you Bristol Airport don't have shit in it.
No, they don't. No, I can verify that Bristol Airport. Maybe that's what you need to do. Maybe you need to try and
live in an airport.
You maybe need
Tom Hanks movie.
Excuse me. Yeah, you're in the right. I mean, is that? Do you think because of your crap internet, would that be a reason why you would never really probably like do a live stream on your channel?
Yeah, well, that would just be asking for trouble, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Besides, good sir, I always like to piggyback off you. I couldn't do a live stream. I mean, I may have a big gob and stuff like that, but I couldn't maintain talking interestingly for 30 minutes by myself.
I'm sure you could. Having met you in real life, mate, I'm sure you could. I'm sure you absolutely could. But I detest computers sometimes. I really do. I mean, I use a Mister for kind of playing all my games. And a few weeks ago, I mean, I don't touch it. I just fucking leave it, and it just works. And then lo and behold, the sound stopped working. And then I spent all day yesterday trying to get the fucking thing working. And I've spent all day today trying to get it working. And then when I was getting it working, I was getting an echo, and I'm like, I fucking hate this, honestly. But I've now managed to get it set up, and it seems to be working again. But I'm fine when things are working, but the minute something goes tits up. So anyway, how the hell are you, mate? That can't be. Well, I'm trying to think. We've obviously seen each other in real life this year, which was
a highlight of the year, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. But again, 12 months. I mean, is it true that the older we get, the quicker time goes? It really does. It's terrifying. It really is how fast time.
Oh, mate, I hit 50 this year.
But a child, Christ, I wish I was 50, mate. Honestly.
And I got a lovely comment in my one of my vlogs, my Fat Fridays, where someone said, "You're in your 50s? I would have put you for late 30s and early 40s." He got a heart emoji.
Got to say, you suit your hair. Your what was it? How did you describe it? It was like something like the sort of 1960s hairdo.
Oh yeah. I said that as a joke to my hairdresser. I said, she goes, "Oh, what would you want?" Because this is the greatest thing in the world. If you're a lazy bastard like me, hairdresser comes to your house. Is that not the greatest thing? And she goes, what would you want for a haircut? And I thought she was just going to cut it like she normally cuts it. But so I said it as a joke, and just thought she's going to cut like she normally did. And, 1940s British Airman, please. And then I got to the end of the haircut, and I was like, and she only did it with water, not hair product. But
so that was just like a done made up. Is that you shoot it? You need to wear it like that.
Oh, to be fair, I have technically, but whenever I take pictures of me and my dog, I'm in the house, so I've not styled my hair for the ladies outside the house. But yeah, and I looked at it and I just went, "Christ, you went and did it." She goes, "Well, you said it," and I went, "Well, do you not understand humour?" But then I thought, yeah, that's all right. You got to keep your stubble like trim, like a 1940s British Airman, if you will, because we don't want to get court-martialed now, do we?
I keep threatening to grow hair again because despite what people may think, I am not bald. I shave my head, and the reason being was because from when I was a young kid, my dad used to take me to the barber shop. One of these barber shops where you sat on the plank. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
You wouldn't get that now. That'd be health and safety, putting a piece of wood across the
Yeah, but it
the
made you a
handles.
man. It's why, sir, that unlike current generations, you are not a pussy.
So I used to go there. I went to that same barber shop for, I don't know, probably since I was like from 5 years old right up until when would it be, about 1997. And then I got in tow with somebody. I stayed with somebody, and she decided she would cut my hair, and that was fine. It kind of saved me money. But when we split up 4 years later, I thought, I can't go back to that barber shop because it's the same guys, and they'll be like, "Where the hell have you been for the last 4 years?" And I thought, I can't do that. I thought, fuck it, let's shave my head, and then that way I can maintain it, and I've been doing that ever since.
Practicality.
On the
Man
very,
thinking.
very odd occasion, I've decided, let's grow my hair, and it gets to like about, I don't know, half a centimeter long, and I'm like, no, and I just shave it off again. But and this is a thing that I think is going to happen. Beards have become extremely popular. I mean, they've probably most of the young team have beards. They've been wearing beards now for what, maybe 10 years. And what women don't realize is, when you see a guy with a beard and he's got this big, I mean, I don't have a beard like that, but they've got a big jawline, really, really prominent jawline with this big fuck off beard, and they look really hard. You remove that beard, and I bet you'll find that half the guys have got no chins
I
or
was going to
double
say, you
chin.
move that beard, half his face disappears.
And that's it. That's it. There's girls, women, whatever, guys, whatever, have got partners who have got big fuck off beards, and they will become unfashionable, because that's how life kind of goes. They will become
10
unfashionable.
years. Everything has 10 years in the sun.
Yeah, and then when the guy loses his beard, they went, oh my god, grow it back. So there's going to be a lot of disappointed women in the next, I think in the next couple of years.
I can't grow a beard because, well, I can grow a beard, but the reason I don't grow a beard is if I don't shave for a week and then it grows in a little bit, I look at it, and now that I'm old and it's all grey, I get really depressed and just shave the fucker off.
Yeah, that's it. Well, I make no secret that I dye my beard. I mean, I look at some guys with grey hair, and I think, oh, there's nothing wrong with them. But I don't know. It's just not for me. But will I be dyeing my beard in 10 years' time? Possibly, maybe. I don't know. Doesn't matter. I'll continue to do it. It's just not for me. There's nothing wrong with grey. But I was grey quite early on. I mean, I think when I was mid-30s, I started getting a lot of grey hair, and it's just something that's never really. The irony being that lots of guys would pay a lot of money to have a full head of hair that I've got, but I choose to not have it.
You should flaunt that in front of them.
What's that?
You should flaunt it in front of them. You should walk by bald people on the street and just go, just so you know, I can, but I don't, and point at your head.
Like, it's people know that you're as well as playing Spectrum games and other stuff. You also like your spicy food. You're a big fan of.
I'm a big proponent of spicy food, sir.
The food warehouse. Have you tried? You've heard the cathedral cheese. Have you tried the cathedral cheese lasagna?
No, I have not.
You get 3 if you like lasagna. Now, normally microwave lasagnas are fucking rotten. That they taste nothing like homemade, and I'm not saying that this tastes like a homemade one, but oh my good golly, these are awesome. You get 3 for a tenner. It's the cathedral cheese lasagna. You put it in the microwave for 4 minutes. Oh, it's to die for. Absolute beautiful.
I might even do a Fat Friday tomorrow, actually, because I found something interesting in Morrison's yesterday. And that would be a ghost chili curry. And it says on the front, warning, extreme heat. To which I looked at and went, ha, I'll be the judge of that.
Ghost chili, is that a thing, is it?
Yeah. As I always like to say, if your poop don't burn, there wasn't no point in eating it.
I saw your, is it gingerbread man Doritos?
Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
And I was...
Ashen summed that up perfectly with those.
Are they nice? I saw a packet. Well, I didn't see a packet. I saw them for sale in the food warehouse, and I was going to buy them. And I thought, no, I'll need to see what you think of them first. I'm not quite sure
I couldn't even make
whether.
a video of them because they were just like,
Oh,
oh,
but they're rotten.
yeah. Just your brain just goes, I'm all confused. It's sweet, but it's a crisp.
Yeah. What do you actually do? See, if you buy something and you think it's disgusting, do you just chuck it out, or do you
I chuck it
insist?
out. Yeah.
You do, yeah.
It's like those commercials. I said it the other day when I was watching TV. Those commercials on TV by the government, because obviously I knew socialist overlords have to tell us how to run our lives. They go, food waste, this, that, this, that, this. Don't throw stuff out. And I'm like, ha ha ha. As you throw something out, you're not the boss of me. No, if something's shit, out it goes.
Yeah, yeah.
And then someone actually said in my comment section on one of my Fat Fridays, "Do you like everything? You can't like everything." And I said, "No, I don't like everything, but most of the stuff on Fat Fridays I like. But the kicker is, I never said I had a sophisticated palate, did I?"
Do you still do a Fat Friday every week?
Not every week. Usually every couple of weeks now. Just because, with shit internet and stuff like that. Believe it or not,
excuse me.
I know people might look at my channel and go, "Christ alive, he looks like fucking ITV in the 70s." But Fat Fridays are quite time consuming.
In what way? Just the prep.
Cooking it. You cook it in real time, so you can like with a frozen curry. Because everything on Fat Fridays, I don't microwave shit. I'm not, as I always say in the videos, like I'm not saying if you bang it in the oven, it's gonna make it fucking grade A, top tier stuff. But if you're gonna microwave a curry or something, you're just gonna turn whatever meat is in it into car tire. So you can add 45 minutes to the process then, and then obviously. Even though it may look like crap, I still have to edit it, and then I have to upload it. And my internet being pants, 25-minute video takes me fucking 2 hours to upload.
Jesus, really? Wow. What did you make? I'm not a big McDonald's fan. I mean, my daughter loves them. Did you sample any of the
last fat food from a restaurant in the high street I had was was when we went to Burger King.
Oh, right. That would be about 6 months ago. So you didn't sample any of McDonald's. What was it?
The foreign menu, the world.
Yeah, the foreign menu. Yeah.
No, I watched the video on it, and I thought they really wasted an opportunity there because I like watching videos on McDonald's, like where people go around the world and review their menus, and I'm like, that's the best you come up with knowing everything you have around the world. I mean, what the fuck was that McSpicy with half a pineapple ring on it?
I think that was the Australian one, was it?
Yeah, that's crap. That was crap.
Yeah, they missed a trick. They could have been the deep fried, I don't know, Big Mac with
could have done what they did in China,
from Scotland.
Yeah, they could have done what they did in China a few years ago, which I replicated and made myself, which is fried spam in a burger bun with crushed Oreos on.
Oh, right, okay. That sounds quite nice.
Yeah, it's not.
It's
weird. The texture just like you got the crunchy Oreos and you got like spam, and I like spam. I don't care what anyone says. Spam. I'm like, no, fucking spam's great.
My dad used to do a mean spam fritter. Yeah, used to deep fry them with lovely. It was one of these
school dinners, banging.
Yeah, it was one of these foods you could taste for like the day later. Every time you burped, you could taste it.
It never quite went away until the next time you had one.
Excuse me. Sorry for the coughing. I'm feeling a lot better, but my cough is now turned into just this irritating little itchy thing. But anyway, talking of food, before we kind of get into the actual the main event, what's your thoughts? Are you a chocolate person?
I don't eat any sweet food.
You don't? Oh, right, that's the wrong person to ask. No, it's interesting fact. It was Jeremy Clarkson made a comment that popped up on the internet, and it's how like chocolate, like dairy milk, tastes absolutely nothing like what it used to taste like. Now I was down.
It's owned by Hershey's, isn't it? No.
Yeah, I think
And I
it's
don't know if you've
because
ever had Hershey's, sir. Because when I
I've
did eat
tried
sweet
it and
food,
it's
I've had
bloody
Hershey.
rotten.
It tastes
Rotten,
like
that thing.
candle wax.
Yeah, yeah. It's like ice cream. It's like Cart D'Or and all these. There is no dairy products in Cart D'Or. It's all
Yeah, I
palm
know.
oil that they use.
Yeah, I watched a video on that. I watched a video on top 10 things from your childhood that don't contain any of the ingredients from your childhood, and I was like, what? And yeah, ice cream was one of them. You're like, yeah, but it's fucking ice cream. How do you
But
make
there's
ice
no.
cream without dairy products?
Yeah, yeah. Absolutely insane. I was when I was down
I
in
blame the
Swindon last.
vegans. They've
What was
ruined
that?
everything. I blame the vegans. They've ruined everything for the rest of us.
Yeah, when I was down in Swindon last week, I went into one of the Spar shops, and I saw the. Do you remember the Wrigley's chewing gum? Was it called not beech nut? It was the green colour.
Spearmint.
No, you got the white, which was spearmint, and then you got the.
Oh, green was just mint.
Was it just mint? And of course, it instead of these stupid little what do they call them now? It used to be strips, little thin strips of not bubble gum, of chewing gum. Anyway, I saw the white and green Wrigley's. I thought, oh fucking hell, I've not seen that for years. So I bought 4 packets, and it's fucking foul. Well, it's not foul, but it tastes nothing like it.
Artificial. It tastes. It's basically artificial sweetness. Now the thing is, I'm not saying sugar's great and everything like
Double
that.
mint.
But
That's what it was.
yeah,
Thank you, Sander. Double mint, it was
yeah.
called. Yeah.
Sugar tax ruined everything for the rest of us. It's like
I
Iron
was
Brew.
going to say, yeah.
I'm not a
Yep.
massive fan of Iron Brew. Excuse me. I mean, I haven't drunk Coke until I don't drink caffeine. So I haven't drunk Coke in like 2.5 years. However, as soon as they introduced a sugar tax, so all the companies could come in under it and not pay it, they reduced the sugar to the level where they still had sugar in, so they wouldn't have to pay the tax because it was under whatever grammage, and then they just topped the rest up with artificial sweeteners. So they ruined the taste of everything.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was going to say. I looked at the instructions. I looked
And
at the
Iron Brew's the
ingredients.
biggest one of that, which is even I can have an Iron Brew and go, this tastes piss all like Iron Brew.
Yeah. Yeah. Lack of sugar and stuff now it's killed
And
the
it was
flavours.
never, as I always say to people, and I mean, I know this was the Tories and not Labour, but as I always say to people, which is when they introduce a tax and they say it's for your own good, no, it's not, it's for their own pockets. Sugar tax was never to stop you being fat, it was just to fill up their coffers. And ultimately, it ruined the fucking products, loads of products, not just drinks, chocolate bars, gum, like you said, ruined everything for the rest of us.
Everything. Yeah. I'm sure we're all big boys and girls. We can decide whether we want to
It's like
intake sugar, I think.
Yeah, it's like I had a pizza the other day that actually had turkey on it, but I did make a point of saying in my Black Friday video, which is thank you for putting turkey on a Christmas product. Too many fucking people do festive pies and festive products, but use chicken, and it's like, I'm a big boy, as you said.
Yeah,
Just put
yeah.
fucking turkey on it and charge me £2 more.
Yeah, just sweets just don't taste the same. I can. Yeah.
Quickly, I think we mentioned it last year, but quickly, just before we get into this list, do you remember the Christmas stockings by Cadbury's?
Oh
like
yeah,
the
what
weird,
is it?
the red fish mesh. And
Yeah,
like
with the sort of the fishnet tights, kind of netting. Oh yeah, yeah.
And
That
one
was
of your aunties would always give you one, and the thing is, you fucking loved it. That was a brilliant part of Christmas. Hell yes, 12 chocolate bars. See you in the new year, motherfuckers.
that was a real selection box, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Do you even get big selection boxes now?
Well, my neighbour gave us a box of celebrations. So celebrations aren't that new, are they? I mean, they must have been around for 25 years at least.
Oh yeah, easily.
Since the 90s, in fact. But first of all, it's a plastic box now, which pisses me off because in this age of, and you know me, I don't buy any of this green bollocks. But in this age of being green, what's the most useful thing in the world? Everyone used like a Quality Street tin for something, didn't they? Where they had their needles and threads in it, or ended up in a garage with nuts and bolts in it. But it was the greenest thing on the planet. Now you get this wimpy 2-inch deep plastic tub. It's good for fucking nothing. I just opened the present up, and it wasn't like being, ungrateful to the neighbour. But I looked at it and just went, "You sorry piece of shit. I remember you in the '90s when you were a fucking resplendent tin."
Yeah, so you didn't just get chocolate; you also got a container that would last you for years.
There's
And I
still
think
some in our garage. And also another thing in the garage, which I don't smoke, but again, you don't get it now. But do you remember rolling tobacco tins?
yeah.
Everyone's got a rolling tobacco tin somewhere with something in
it. Excuse me. Yeah. Do you remember Zubs? Do you remember Zubs? They were little. Were they not like cough sweets? They were little mints, and I'm sure they came in they came in a kind of round tin about the
No, I'm
size
just
of.
trying to think. Did any? No, cough sweets always came in a tin, though, for some reason, didn't they? Because they weren't sweets; they were medication.
Yeah. Anyway, listen, folks. What we're going to do? Have you? How many did you come up with, by the way?
I came up with 10.
10. Right, I've got 11.
And then I was completely. I know it's disrespect to my parents, but then I was completely. Fuck me! That's a lot of shit I didn't get for Christmas.
Yeah. Rather than we're going to do things slightly different. Rather than talk about our top 10 Christmas presents, stuff that we got, we've listed. I've listed 11 things I was desperate for as a kid.
Very Spinal
for
Tap of you. I
Christmas.
see what you did there.
And I never got any of them. Yeah.
We're not being ungrateful, by the way, people. This isn't about that. It's just obviously a big part of your childhood coming up to Christmas was just, pouring over the back third of the club book, and maybe a little bit closer to the middle, but we won't talk about that. And just drooling over all these toys, and we just thought, because of obviously Christmas adverts and stuff like that on TV as well, it'd be funny to talk about like the holy grail of Christmas presents you never got.
Yeah, I think I probably didn't get more than I actually got. If I look at this list, but anyway, right. Let's tell you what.
You might have to jump on Tinternet and show people pictures for
We
some of
could
the more
do that.
obscure ones.
We could do that actually.
Although having said that, I think most people would probably know most of mine.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Two of which I bought as an adult to make up for the lack of not getting them as a kid.
Right, I'm going to let you. Mine are in no particular order. I just the last couple of days I've been thinking, oh fucking hell, what about that? I'm going to let you go first. So, number one, first toy that you wanted and you never got.
Simon Says. Do you remember Simon Says?
Is that just it? The Simon, the thing with the four lights?
Yeah, the 4 lights and beeps, and when it played a sequence to you.
Yep.
And I think a lot of these are going to be a testament to just how well put together the advert was for them.
Well,
but Simon Says the advert just made it to me look like, oh my god, it's the future. Look at that. That's because this is before computers as well. This is the 70s, isn't it?
Yeah. Like, well, can I just interject? I've actually got that on my list as well. Simon. Yeah.
Yeah, that was just like the pinnacle of technology when you were a kid. You're like, that thing should be in the space shuttle.
I mean, it was when would that have come out? When did Simon come out? It must have been. You can see all these little electronic games behind me. I think that came out. That kind of preceded even some of these. It must have been 78, 79.
Something like that. I'm gonna have a quick look on Google.
Yeah. What was it about it?
I don't know. I was fascinated by the fact that it was a piece of technology that showed you like a rhythm that you had to repeat, and then would change it, and then get harder and more difficult and stuff like that. And my brain was like, technology shouldn't be able to do that. I mean, I only dealt with a calculator as a kid. You're like, technology shouldn't be able to like make me do things. I'm supposed to make it do things. And and again, like I said, it was a testament to how good the advert was. A bunch of goofy kids with basin haircuts. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it was. It was sleek. It was black. It was circular.
don't know whether I actually remember the advert for it. Well, I must have been, because of course I did, because this is it. We didn't have the internet back then, so the only time you really got to see toys was obviously you see them in shops. But yeah, when did kind of toy Christmas adverts start? Was it maybe about October time? Do you think, or maybe later than that? I think.
Probably November, I would have thought.
Yeah, I think Christmas has started early. Well, in the last maybe 10, 30, 10, 20, 30 years. But I think during the 70s, I think Christmas did start a bit later. I don't think it started as early as
I
it
did
does.
my Christmas message this year, and I talked about this, which is I talked about the last week of school and breaking up for Christmas and how great the last week of school was. Because I don't know about you, sir, and I talked more so primary school, which the last week of school for us was just basically arts and crafts. There was no schooling going on, and I said that you didn't break up until the 22nd. I think kids break up on the 19th now, but and depending on where the 22nd comes in the week, meant you either had a full week of school or like a half week at school. But the thing was, I definitely remember, like when I was 6, and I'm blessed with a great memory, that Christmas TV didn't start till December. It's not like September now when there's a fucking Freeview Christmas channel. No, Christmas TV started in December, and even then, even though they give you stuff like for kids, the movies didn't start towards the big 3 days. And now it starts in September. I can't find the age of it. It just says the game, Simon says, is great for kids as young as 3 years old, developing motor skills and listening, but can be adapted for older kids by adding complex tasks or themes. How old are you, Simon? That sounded sinister. I want to say Simon Says was the 70s, definitely late 70s.
Just trying to see. That's you know, it was that is real interesting. The person that actually invented it is a guy called Ralph Baer.
I'm really disappointed he's not called Simon.
Yeah. Now, Ralph Baer actually invented the first sort of TV game, commercial TV game. He sadly passed away. I know a few of my friends actually got to meet him. He sadly passed away about 3 years ago. But tell you what, let me just let me share my screen so we can see what this thing looks like. Share screen, window. There we go. There's Simon there.
Yeah.
The
thing is, it's the epitome of good, cool, clean design.
I mean, it's still, put it this way, the fact that it still sells even now. I was in what's it called? Is it Mankind or something? It's one of these shitty kind of gadgety shops. Is it Mankind or something? I was in with my daughter earlier on.
Try any less on their name.
And yeah, they had one. It wasn't Simon. It was a sort of cheapo version, and I was kind of that close from picking it up. But yeah, I mean, it was certainly one of the first, if not the first, electronic game. You know, before something like that came out. I mean, what was the most technically advanced thing that we had? What would you say the most technically advanced? What was that?
Calculators.
Probably. Yeah, probably calculators.
And here's a good one. And the teas made.
Aye, my granny had one of them. I always wanted a teas made. I don't think you can even get them now. Eh? They were so far advanced.
Quick, segue. My parents had one for years, and what amazed me as a kid was, you know, this thing right next to their head, which in itself is dangerous. You know, was go boiling and shit like that. Yet they didn't wake up until the alarm went off.
You turn round, 3rd-degree burns. Yeah, bloody hell.
It was invented, wasn't it, to circumvent the fact that you didn't have central heating?
It probably was, actually. Fantastic. But yeah, I mean, I think the fact that Simon still sells 40 years on, that says it all. I mean, for me, it was the first kind of electronic toy. it's very, very eye catching with the sort of the colour. And yeah, there was an advert. I can't remember offhand what the advert was like, but yeah, that was certainly one that
And
that I
much like
wanted.
everything, then I think it ran on C batteries, didn't it? Gobbled up batteries
Oh
like a
yeah, yeah,
bastard.
yeah. God forbid, God forbid you lost the protective cover thing, because it would just fall out because of the
Yeah,
sheer
and
weight of
also,
the things.
God forgive you, forbid your parents forgetting to buy you batteries for Christmas Day.
Fantastic. Right, that is your number one. Listen, I'm going to have to take a toilet break. Can we resume in about 2-3 minutes?
Yeah.
Yep, and you'll just kick us out. We'll be right back. I'm so sorry about that. Bloody hell, it's so true. When you've got to go, you've got to go. Dearie me. Whew. Oh, Dave, are you there, mate?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Sorry, man. I
was
do
just drooling
apologise.
over pictures. I was just looking up some of my choices and drooling over pictures. And do you know what? I still want these.
Well, that's what I was actually going to ask. Well, tell you what, before we move on to my first one, Simon, we've already mentioned that one. Did you get, without going into any great detail, did you get any like version of it at all, or did you just not
No,
get
but
anything like that?
our auntie used to live next door to us at the time, and our cousin, because it obviously that was my dad's sister, so my other dad's sister, she would come up from London and stay with them, with our cousins, who were, and I'm not being, nasty to them. If you're loaded, splash the cash on your kids. Why not? But they were spoiled bastards. They got everything. They had Santa sacks so big that Santa had a hernia dropping them down the chimney, and half the stuff was still unopened on Boxing Day. So they got everything. But I do remember playing Simon Says with them, as a kid, and just like you said, this is like, oh my god, this is AI in the 70s. I'm pretty sure this thing watches us when we leave the room.
Yeah, I had my best mate at the time, Derek. He
Derek. I feel Derek. We need to give Derek a mention at Christmas every year, simply because you got a grifter and he didn't.
But he got everything. Yeah, everything on my list he got, and I never got. But anyway, yeah. Simon, I didn't get Simon, but what I did get.
There was a mini one. I want to say there was a mini one as well.
There is, and I think there still is. Yeah, it's a little mini. In fact, let's have a look. Is it on this? It's more like a handheld.
They have to make the mini one shit, because otherwise you just would have bought that and saved 20 quid, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think what made the big one nice is because it was big. I mean, it was like the size of a dinner plate. It was huge.
Yeah.
There you go. You can get it for $28.99. But yeah, I didn't get Simon, but I did get that Merlin, which just never really cut it.
The unbranded version, if you will.
I mean, that was all right. That was all right, but it didn't look like, it didn't have the nice big massive lights like that. So
I'm looking at it now. It is like, and obviously, we're full of nostalgia and retro goodness, but I'm looking at it now and I'm just thinking they nailed the design. Like, it still looks good.
It does. It's 40 years on. It's still.
I want a T-shirt with it on. 40 years old.
I know. And
when
still
you're droning over toys that are 40 years old.
No, they must have done something right, because here you
are. They're bucket loads.
Aye, I mean, I'm sure I think you can get an app for your phone, but you wanted the big. It had to be the full size one.
That was tactile response, isn't it?
It was that or nothing. So anyway, yeah, we need to move on, I suppose. I don't want this video to take up all night, because I'm conscious it is Christmas Eve and people are going to want to go and watch the Snowman, and like I've got to watch as well.
I've got to watch it as well. I've got to watch Santa Claus as well. I've already nailed National Lampoons this year.
Right, the first one for me, if you've watched any of our Christmas ones, you've probably heard this one, Skeletrix. Oh. Yeah, I mean, some of the adverts for Skeletrix, especially when they introduced like headlights and all that,
and the crossover bit on the track.
Yeah, yeah. It was the toy that every 70s kid wanted.
I can smell. As soon as someone says the word Skeletrix, I can smell it.
It was just the epitome of coolness. It was like a racing game. I mean, I suppose it was like the closest you came to, like, I mean, now we can play racing games on computers, but how else are you going to possibly replicate being able to race apart from Skeletrix?
Head-to-head, 2-player.
That's it. Yeah, and I think you used to be able to buy. Again, Derek had fucking wanker. He had Skeletrix. And he didn't just get Skeletrix, he also then got his mum and dad then bought him like 2 or 3 extra cars. I remember he had a black. Oh, I can't remember what the I can't remember what the advertising. I think it was some type of cigarette, whatever it was.
Oh, JPS.
JPS, that's it. It was a black JPS Skeletrix. Let's have a wee look. That was beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Big money, Skeletrix now. If you've got the old vintage cars.
Can you still buy Skeletrix?
Yeah.
Can you bet it's not a patch? Holy shit, 650 quid. Jesus, was that how much it cost?
Surely. No, not then. Mind you, it was up there. There was one in a charity shop the other day for 40 quid, and I stood there and thought, oh, I'm so tempted, but I got nowhere to put it.
Jesus, yeah. I mean, when did it come out? Here we go. We owe you an explanation.
I want to say 70s.
Early products included the Star Trek toy car introduced in 1952.
1952?
Jesus, look at that one there. Wow. With the little brushes underneath that you have to sit on. Could you get different? Oh, there's a 4-player one. Wow, that's a 6-player one. Jesus. Look at that. That is something else.
I didn't even have 4 mates when I was a kid.
Excuse me. But yeah, Skeletrix. It was.
Oh my god, look at that! Like you said. Oh.
Yeah, it had. I mean, let's try and find. Let's go into YouTube. Let's try and find the advert, because I mean, it was the adverts.
Why was
it
called Skeletrix? I think I found out. I think it was James May when he did that. He made a Skeletrix go around an old track from the UK, and I was quite surprised. I can't remember why, but I was quite surprised at how underwhelming the name was. I thought it was going to be something amazing, and it's just literally a combination of 2 words.
I wonder where it actually originates from. Like, there's a. No, it would be this. Would it be this?
Look at the third picture in. Yeah.
Oh, hang on.
That's the laziest track design ever. It's just a loop, and he's just put a bend on one side.
Excuse me. Sorry for perforating people's eardrums there. Right, wait a minute. Skeletrix advert. Let's see if I can find it.
If they scaled up the speed to a real car, wouldn't it be like 250 miles an hour or something?
Something like that. There we go. There's 1980. Let's have a look at this. We're not going to get any sound bit enough.
Oh, the fact that the headlights just come on. They're not on all the time. They pop on. That's just... I mean, come on, as a kid, how would you not just look at that and just go,
yeah.
Was that just before this clip? Was that a Capri?
It looked like it.
Oh, sidecars, motorbike and sidecars.
I do remember seeing that. Yeah. That's obviously the top of the range one we've got there.
Oh, night racing. I can remember that actually.
107 pounds. That's a lot. Oh, yeah, we don't want to look at live deaths, right? Let's just get rid of that for a second.
What does it say? From sales from 38 to 107.
107 quid. That was a lot of money back in the 80s. But yeah, I saw the adverts. I wanted the Skeletrix. And the thing is, I knew my mum and dad's limits, or sort of I knew my limits. I knew what I was going to get and what I wasn't going to get. It didn't stop me wanting it. And yeah, I wanted it, and well, they bought my train set instead, which just didn't.
Yeah, but don't forget your train set had realistic smoke action.
Yeah, did you have Skeletrix?
My brother Jason did. He got one for one year for Christmas. He only got a basic set, like literally a small loop, but it was still, amazing. But the thing is, me and Skeletrix, I didn't have like the skill for it. My brain only had 2 modes, which is full on the trigger or full off the trigger. So yeah. I don't think I ever made a corner in my Skeletrix career.
It was actually a lot harder than you thought. I remember Derek had a white car that came with it, and it was really bad. In fact, no, I think it was actually easier to control that. But his GPS black one, which he bought separately, I think did some of the cars have like a higher speed, or were they all exactly
No,
the
they
same?
did. No, some were overclocked, and also some of them actually had magnets to
Ah,
keep them on the track, which was cheating.
because it was only the very, very front that would actually slotted into the track, wasn't it? So the back would kind of hang out, and you're kind of doing that sort of yeah.
Because the track was just literally to make a circuit, wasn't it? To power it.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I think it
And
was
that great smell.
Was it mains power? I think it was. It wasn't.
Yeah,
I don't
because
think
you
it.
used to connect it. There were like literally 2 terminals that you would put on the track, weren't there? On the side of the track at one point.
Yep. Yeah.
With this big box. I remember that. A big box with the power, and you would put 2 terminals on the track.
But yeah, it
Takes
was
an
just.
electric shock off that.
It was a. I mean, even the actual box itself, it was beautifully presented. It was the toy that every kid wanted back in then. I actually thought it came out in the 70s. It must
I
have
did
been in
too.
the
I'm quite
70s.
surprised it was 1952.
Yeah. Of course it is. Obviously the only adverts we can see are from the 80s and 90s. But yeah, like I said, I wanted Skeletrix, but I think I knew that I was never going to get it. I did. Bless them. My mum and dad did buy me a little cheapo version, which was like, it would take you like 30 seconds. It was quite literally two straights either side. It was just a loop, a straightforward loop. There was nothing. And mine's was also battery operated, so yeah, it was effectively shit.
I remember building it all. Getting the track to sit together was a pain in the ass. It had really weird clips. Because obviously it came in like 8-inch pieces, didn't it?
They were pretty big. They were pretty big. Could you nail them at the floor? I can't remember. I know some people with a lot of space, you could actually make it kind of permanent.
If you were really rich, you could put your Subbuteo up in the middle.
But yeah, I always wanted Skeletrix, and sadly, it just there must have been like a sweet spot of maybe 2-3 years where I wanted it, and then by that point, I'd kind of moved on to something else. But I never got it. So your brother got it, and did you kind of share toys back then? So even though you never
like
got it,
big presents, kind of like that, because that would have been like his big present. My parents would make him share it. Plus, also, we can't really play it. What's he going to do? Put both guns in either hand and race himself?
And I'm sure eventually you'd end up just holding the car off the track and just doing it full speed to watch the smoke come out the engine until it stops working.
Like you said, it's weird. Some things you mention, and it's just that visceral nature of it. But like I said, I can literally smell it now. And it wasn't not like it was unpleasant either. It was a little bit acrid, but Skeletrix. No one needs to make a Skeletrix air freshener for your car. Like every bloke of a certain age would buy that in a heartbeat.
Interesting how many. I wonder how well it sells now, because the thing is, like I said, back then that was the closest we came to like racing cars. Now we can put on our PS5 and race a real game, but that was proper racing. It was actually tangible cars which you could actually see.
Yeah, and like you said, there was skill involved.
No, definitely. And I think the main bit of the track where you plugged in the power, it even had little like lap counters and that kind of stuff as well, didn't there?
And also, it was like Hornby train sets, wasn't there? There was so much, paraphernalia you could buy for it to build your track.
Aye.
Like grandstands and everything.
Aye, like you saw in the advert there. Yeah, I don't think my mate ever had. I don't think he ever had like trees or anything like that at all. But Yeah, and I'm sure we used to try and make it go uphill as well, which didn't really work because they weren't really designed. Yeah, the cars wouldn't stick to the track. But yeah, fortunately, Derek was quite generous when it came to like letting me play with what he had. But that never really cut it. It didn't matter the fact that you were getting to use it. The point was it wasn't yours.
Yeah.
And then when your mum told you to come in for your tea, that was it, and for your tea and bath, that was it. You knew you had to wait till the next day to get a go. But yeah, anyway, yep, Skelletics, obviously TCR, I'll not mention that separately. That was TCR again. For anyone that doesn't know TCR, what did it have again? Was it you could overtake or something? What was it?
Yeah,
Oh no, you could change lanes.
Yeah, that's right.
It was a bit of gimmick, I think, if I remember rightly. And were the cars not exceptionally small in TCR? I think we thought they were huge, but they weren't really. I can't remember.
No.
Maybe my
I
memories.
think TCR might still be going. What's that? TCR Total Control Racing
Total
or something?
Controlled Racing.
I think that's
What's
fine.
there?
Total Control Racing, and by that it means on or off.
But yeah, TCR was a take on Skeletrix.
They
Again,
undercut them a bit, didn't they? That was
again, the advert looked brilliant. Let's see if we can find the advert. TCR Racing. TCR advert. Commercial. Right, let's have a look. Tyco, that's 1991. There's 1980 commercial. 1978. There we go. Let's.
Oh my god, it's been knocking around for a bit then.
It certainly has. Right, let's share the screen again. Stop screen. What's going on there? Hang on. Hang on. Share screen. Entire screen. There we go. Right, this is probably the one up here, 1978.
His hair. Everyone had basin haircuts. Oh yeah, the track goes over itself. That is pretty epic that you can change lanes.
Oh, yeah. Was there not... what was I going to say? I'll stop presenting that. Was there not... oh, there it is. There's the bloody... that's... Oh, shit. Sorry, hang on.
Is that monkey magic in the middle?
Hang on a second. Oh, fuck, hang on. Oh, bollocks. Where the hell did the thing go? No, fuck, I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, not to worry. What was I going to say with TCR? So there was a jam car. Was that like that just kind of that toddled round the track at a kind of slower pace, which meant you were forced to overtake? Was that how that worked?
I think so. I think their whole shtick was, well, it's not realistic, but they were trying to bring real life elements into it, weren't they? Like the overtaking and a pace car and.
Something. I'm just trying to.
And like
see.
I said, they also, and I'm not saying it was cheap, but they undercut Skeletrix, didn't they, a bit price wise?
Aye, there it's there. The ultimate road racing system, slotless track. Yeah, that's right. It didn't have any. Well, it must have had like wires on it or something.
Oh, look at that box.
Real overtaking, lane changing action at high speed, jam car. Yeah, that just kind of went. I think the black car. There you go, jam car. That just kind of went round at a slower rate. Yeah. Can't remember.
Automated AI car, basically.
I don't think it changed lanes or anything. I can't remember. None of my mates, not even Derek, Not even Derek had TCR, unfortunately, so I never actually got to. I'm sure the cars were a lot smaller.
Yeah, I think you're right. Definitely.
Did you ever actually get a shot at TCR?
No, I didn't.
And was that a game that you quite fancied?
Yeah. I mean, well, it's just the adverts made you want everything, though, didn't they?
It is. Aye. The adverts were. What the hell's that? That's no bloody. Oh, you can't see that. That's certainly not TCR. I don't know what that is. That must be the kids' version or something. Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of the advert.
That. My brain thinks it's got this. I don't know. Maybe I've Mandela affected it, but my brain's got this nagging thing going on, which is there was a junior version, wasn't there?
I can't remember. Honestly, God, there's a Lane Prost version of TCR. Jesus. So I'm assuming it must still. Argos. Is that it there? What the hell's that? No, that's Race of the Champions. That's not what we wanted. No, I don't know if it's still sell TCR. Oh,
Why is my brain thinking there was a ZX Spectrum game of Scalextrics?
Yeah, there was. There was a game called Scalextrics, and it's absolute wank. Yeah, it's completely pish. There you go. If you want to treat yourself, there's one on eBay, 105 quid. Ah, these are the big trucks, though.
Didn't their smokestacks work?
I don't know. Probably the bloody engine burning. 16 feet of slotless track.
Wow. Because obviously Americans didn't get Scalextrics, but they called what their equivalent was slot cars, didn't they?
That's right. That's right. Well, that was in poor condition. Oh, you can get that as well. Oh. Yeah, look at it. Look at the cars. Cars are tiny. See it? Because there's the controller, and then the cars were just about the size of the top part. Where I'm sure Scalextrics cars were about maybe, I don't know, maybe 6 inches.
Two-thirds bigger, I think they were.
What's that?
Scalextrics were 2/3 bigger, I think.
I think they were. And I don't think with TCR, I don't think you could buy additional cars or anything, could you? Not like
what you got was what you got.
Yeah.
It's big money. Scalextrics. There was a model shop there's still a model shop downtown called the Model Shop, but back in the day, its whole second floor was devoted literally to Hornby and Scalextrics.
Really? Wow.
I remember going there as a kid and going upstairs and just all these cabinets with all these different cars.
Fantastic. What would you pay for something like that now? Colin's saying the jam car had fixed wheels. The tracks had 3 rails for power that switched polarity. The direction each motor was running set a gear which set the direction of the front wheels. So, yeah, we'll take your word for that, Colin. That means absolutely nothing to me, but yeah, there we go. TCR. Anyway, right, that's enough of that. Your second present that you never actually got.
This is an interesting one because obviously I was a big Star Wars fan, and then Transformers fan. But around about the same time as Transformers, there was another toy line made by Kenner to plug the gap when Star Wars wasn't in the cinema anymore and they couldn't really sell figures. And it was Mask. Remember Mask?
I do, yeah. That
Mobile Armored Strike Command, but Command had a K because misspelling was cool in the 80s. And so they were kind of a halfway house between G.I. Joe figures and Transformers, in the fact that the vehicles had 2 modes. They didn't turn into a robot or anything, but their second mode was like their military mode. And I remember, see if you can find a picture. I had a few. I had like the green helicopter bike Condor. I had Piranha, which was the motorbiking sidecar. I had a bunch of figures. But I just remember drooling over the truck, Rhino.
And what was Mask Toys?
And that was
what kind of year are we talking about? Anyway,
no, I think they kicked in 1985. So, like I said, it was kind of trying to, replace their Star Wars, something to make money, because obviously Star Wars was drifting out of popularity. But yeah, so they weren't like full on, Transformers, but like you can see the Camaro there, which is had gold wing doors and it could fly, and there was a um, Venom, vicious evil network of mayhem. I can't believe I remember that. And he had a plane that could turn into a helicopter, which even as a kid I thought was stupid. Wouldn't you just keep it as a plane because it could fly faster? But I remember the truck Rhino was just like, it was huge. And you got figures with these, unlike, because you remember the dreaded words when you were a kid with some toys, it would always be action figures sold separately.
Oh yeah.
But no, Mask came with figures, and the truck was huge, and just like it's
Is this it here? Is it? No.
Type in Rhino, Mask Rhino. And there was an epic cartoon back in the days when cartoons had frames of animation. There it is. Look at that.
Holy shit! Look at the price of that. 240 quid. What the hell? So was that the actual? Did you have that?
No,
oh, no, you didn't. Obviously, you wanted it.
I want to look at that. It still looks resplendent in all its glory. £239. What? This is the adult of me justifying. Well, it's got a box, and it's in good nick. Yeah, so you see those tailpipes? They would drop down and go forward. The grill would come out like a battering ram. The back half of the truck would pull off and be a little tank. Oh yes.
So it was Mask. That was that like a sort of an anime type cartoon? Was it?
Yeah, it was. Well, it was American, but it was. See, back then, same with Thundercats, it was half American, half Japanese production. And the interesting thing about Mask is the first series was really, really, and they made enough episodes to go into syndication. The first series was really popular, and it was basically, Mask were fighting terrorists, and everyone loved it, and it sold barrel loads of toys. But then the toys dropped off the face of the earth because the second series, which only got 6 episodes because it tanked, they decided, yeah, we're not going to do people fighting terrorists anymore. We're going to make a show where people have got all these tricked out wagons that can shoot lasers and shit, but they're just going to race each other in organized racing events. And even as a kid, I was like, what the fuck is this? And it killed the toy line. But the first line of toys and the first series of, the cartoon and that beast, I mean, look at
it. How big was that? Was it quite
big? It's like way bigger than Optimus Prime.
Ah, okay. Nice. And was like Thundercats and that out at the same time, or was that?
Yeah. What a time to be a boy. The 80s.
And did you ask Santa Claus for this, and you just never actually got it?
Yeah. See, all you could do that back then to shut your kids up in an argument, which is, sorry, you've been bad this year. Santa said so. You're not getting it. I got a few of the smaller ones. Again, people, we're not being ungrateful, but I mean that thing. Back then, so in like 1985, so God knows what this is adjusted for inflation, but I think it was about £49.
There you go. There's a big picture of it.
I think it was Millennium Falcon expensive.
And what kind of year are we talking about? 78, 79?
85.
85. Oh bloody hell! I was going to
10.
I was going to discos at that point. So that you
were into birds.
Yeah, that whole scene kind of had bypassed me. You're considerably younger than me, that enough. But so you wanted this. How did you?
Look at the logo as well. The design of the logo, just everything about this was. They knew what they were doing back then, didn't they? They knew how to sell a product.
So was this like a kind of rival for what do you call it?
It's basically a rival for Transformers. And G.I. Joe. Obviously, G.I. Joe in this country was called Action Force for a bit because apparently we're too stupid to know what general infantry was. But you think about that now, that was just rubbish, wasn't it? Action Force. We're going to call our soldiers Action Force. They're a force for action. But yeah, and there were loads, and the thing is, they were really innovative. Some of them. I mean, they had a play set called Boulder Hill, which was insane. it was a petrol station that turned into a mobile armored base, and it was called Boulder Hill because it basically had a big like mountain on the back of it.
That's actually really, really good condition. That if you look at it, apart from that bit of polystyrene, that actually looks like it's never been bloody played, doesn't it?
Yeah, that kid. Oh,
I know.
whoever got that, because someone did. If you think about it, whoever got that as a kid. Because the thing is, right, you look at it, and as an adult, and like, you know, the collector and completionist and us, like, look at stuff and go, oh, it's so beaten up and it's so sad. Whereas I can still look at it and just go, that was well loved.
Yeah.
That was not played with. That was not loved.
Doesn't it look like it, does it? I mean, who's still got the bloody polystyrene?
Plus also, because all the chrome, it was painted on, wasn't it? And it was the first thing to, like, my Optimus Prime chrome bits are like yellow. It was the first thing to go.
Flake off.
Yeah, look at it. Yeah, because there was a big missile in the back as well.
What is this bit here? Is that a kind of lock or something? What is that? Is that made of metal, that bit, is it?
What? No, I just painted it.
Oh, is that what it was? Was that just a little kind of cover thing? But so was this out at the same time as what else? What other things? What other toys? Like He-Man, was that out?
Thundercats, Transformers. But like I said, it was Kenner's replacement for Star Wars, which had drifted out of popularity at that point.
That's mental. Well, look at these, eh? Wow. Is that meant to be like that, or is that just kind of?
I had that. The dude on the left. I did it, even though you could actually, even though they came with the and obviously each mask had different powers. It was like the MacGuffin of the show. But even though, because this is what I liked about it, because I had loads of figures. Those came with that vehicle. You could buy all the figures separately anyway. Because he had the mask. That's Hondo on the right. His mask was called Lifter. Guess what it did? It lifted things. And then that was Max. Is it Max Spectrum? Or Spectrum is Max Tracker, and his mask. That wasn't. Because he had two masks. Because he was rich. He was the leader of mask. He had Spectrum, and I forget what mask that was there.
There was
and then look, and they never painted their eyes in, so they got this weird, hollow, kind of scary expression going on.
There was, I think, there was a video game. A video game came out. How would that have worked? Because I would have probably preferred playing a video game than actually owning something like that. I mean, because when that came out in 1985, surely there was a video game at the same time.
Video game came out 2 years later. It was Gremlin graphics, and it was really, really successful. And so they made two sequels,
right.
And none of them captured the magic, because none of them employed the gimmick from the show. Which was, in fact, the third game was a platformer, and you were a person. I mean, like, you made a game about masks, and I'm not even in a bloody vehicle.
So was the video game pretty shit then? Was it? I take it.
All right.
Yeah. Well, that's a good nick though. You see, that's never been played.
That's not been loved.
I mean, it's got all the stickers and all that on it. Yeah. So you wanted it, but you never got it.
Nah, drooled over that. Oh, obviously, like I said, I must have been a bad boy that year.
Right, take a last loving look before I remove it from the screen. There you go.
I think they've they do it with everything now. There's a bunch of reissues of them, and you can buy them now.
Okay, it's been brought back out. Is masks still a thing at all? Do you still was it cartoons? I take it.
Yeah, cartoons. There was a comic book. Like I said, though, they killed the show in the second season, but turning it into a show. They took like an anti-terrorist force and turned it into a show about racing, and it killed their toy line.
Yeah, but you think about it, back then there were so many.
If you didn't have a cartoon show, you didn't sell.
Aye. What about He-Man? Did that come out at the same time as well?
That kicked in 9. I want to say 982.
So that predated this then.
And it was all about getting your 64 episodes. If you got 64 episodes, then you could go into syndication. If you went into syndication, then they could show it. I'm talking about obviously the main market here, America. They could show it every day after school, and then it was basically a license to print money. Because Ronnie Reagan's government, because they had really strict rules on advertising, didn't they, in America? Then Ronnie Reagan's government relaxed them, and then when he relaxed the rules on advertising for kids' toys, or cartoons, I think, then every cartoon just turned into a 25-minute commercial for a toy, which as a kid we were fine with.
Yeah. So what other kind of chains were out at that point? Would you say? I mean, you had He-Man, you had
He-Man, Thundercats, G.I. Joe,
Thundercats as well.
Transformers.
What about Thunderbirds? So that had kind of.
Thunderbirds came back in the 90s, didn't it? Remember with Tracy Island? Tracy Island was like one of the biggest in the UK, at least.
That's right.
Toys.
Was that in the 90s? Yeah, because I remember Blue Peter famously did you can make a Trace Island out of
it's on YouTube, the video. It's Andrea Turner, isn't it? And the thing is, they actually do a pretty decent job of making it.
You imagine actually getting a homemade one for your Christmas. You think you're doing pretty gutted?
Yeah. But see, that's as a kid, you would have been gutted. But as an adult, you'd be thinking the amount of effort your parents would have made to make that means it's the far better present. And you would have scoffed it.
Because the Thunderbirds was I know the 70s, the 60s and 70s, and then it disappeared, and then it kind of came back.
Came back in repeats, and then
came back in the sort of 90s.
Obviously the repeats, but for some reason it took off in the 90s, and all kids. That's weird. That I mean, even though that's like, God, we feel old now. Even though that's like 30, years ago or whatever. The fact that it was originally from the 60s and it came back 30 years later in the 90s, and a whole new generation of kids liked it.
Got back into it.
And it was a 60s show.
Yeah.
Marination. Was it Phil Marination? The puppets were called or something? Because they used to walk really funky. Come on, Steve.
Fantastic. Anyway, that is Mask. So you wanted it, but you never got it.
No.
Okay, right. The next one, again, I've mentioned this before. Subutio. My mate Robert had Subutio, and he used to come round to my bit. Well, he was my next door neighbour. We used to get together and set it up on the kitchen table. And I can't even remember much about how you play the game, but
it's really, really complicated. Because I bought one last year.
Did you really?
Yeah. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the mat. So it's still on my list of things to do, which is I've got because you can buy felt and then obviously paint it up and make it. But so I watched a video on YouTube about the rules, and Jesus Christ, it's complicated. It's because you think as an adult, like your mindset of it is just you just flick a ball, flick players at a ball. No, it's got full football rules. On top of the full football rules, it has full, like turn-based rules. I mean, something's like nailed its, its subject matter when it's got fucking offside rules in it.
Is it a game that people play like sort of not professionally? Is there is there an active any Subutio scene? I take it, is there?
Yeah, there's been a professional league of Subutio for years. I think even in the 90s that like the world champion could win £1 million.
Jesus.
And the bloke had his finger insured for like 50 grand.
Yeah, because I think the really good players, they could actually like hit the ball from like the ball can be, I don't know, in the penalty spot, and you could be down at the far end, and then you just flick it.
You're not allowed to flick it. That's in the rules, by the way.
You can only move your finger forward. You can't. How it worked.
Yeah, it's honestly after this, or at some point in the next few days, type in Subutio rules on YouTube, and you're like, your brain will just go, huh? Because my brother Ian had one, but he had one years later, and he bought it from a jumble sale, and it was a Jules Rimet World Cup set, had floodlights and everything. But we just had our own set of rules because it was like, I think our dad literally read the instructions and just went, "I'll tell you what, we're going to come up with something different."
Simplified version. Let's have
And
a
it was
look.
also like the Scalextrics game, which is even stupider. There was a Spectrum game of it, a Spectrum game of Subbuteo.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, in fact, here we go. Here's now that pitch looks a bit fancier than what I can remember. My mate just said the. I mean, I'm going to turn down the sound so because you can't hear it anyway. Look at that. These are grown men playing it as well.
And again, it was like Scalextrics, which you could get like, stands, floodlights, picket fences. Seriously.
That's insane, isn't it?
See what I mean about you're not allowed to flick? You can only move your finger forward.
Right, okay.
And you get more than one move as well, because I thought it was like chess, but it's not.
So he's passing the ball there. Okay. I just remember the keeper had to be like the straw, had to be stick with the keeper.
Oh, that's right. He had a stick out the back of the net.
I did it. Yeah.
And again, you could buy, you still can, big money, but you could buy every football team.
I wouldn't even know where. You'd have to buy these online now. I bet you anything they cost an absolute bloody fortune. Let's have a quick look. Let's have a look at Amazon. Subbuteo. SUB Subbuteo.
What was it? I did a video on it, and I can't remember, but there was a reason it was called Subbuteo.
I mean, that's not too bad. 30 quid.
Is that a stadium?
What? Does it tell you what you get?
That's just the players.
Is that all that is?
Yeah. 30 quid, you only get the players.
Does it actually? Doesn't it tell you?
And they had a pop at cricket, didn't they, as well?
Oh God, aye, and of course, yeah. I wanted.
Oh, you got the rugby one, didn't you?
I wanted Subbuteo, and my mum and dad bought me the rugby one. I mean, really? Yeah. It was just shit, and it's the football one. So the rugby one was so shit that I don't think even make.
Even rugby players didn't like it.
No, it was just complete.
That's the one I got there. Fourth one in.
1, 2. Oh, this one here.
Yeah, go back to the top. Yeah, see the fourth one in?
From this side.
Yeah, that's the one I got.
Oh, that one. Oh, that one there. Ah, yeah. Right.
What's that go for? Oh, there's no price.
What this one here you're talking about?
No, that's it. Yeah, one at the end.
Is it that actual box? Is it?
Yeah. Pretty sure it cost me a £5. Everything's in it. It just doesn't have the pitch.
What? How? Surely you got the pitch. Surely, I mean.
You were supposed to, but I didn't.
Oh, it wasn't included.
It was from a charity shop, so.
Oh, I see. Right. And have you tried to look at buying the pitch separately?
Yeah, but I'm like, it's cheaper just to make it. I've been meaning, how we get sidetracked. I've been meaning just to go into like a dressmaking shop and just buy felt.
Yeah, but
and then mask it up, with masking tape, and just paint the lines on.
Oh, there you go. It's a beautiful pitch stocks, 50 quid. Jesus.
I want real grass for that.
But yeah, I wanted Subbuteo, and for whatever reason, my mum and dad just never, instead of just buying me the thing I wanted, they thought, we'll buy them the rugby version, and it was just complete shit. The only fun I actually had was I had a little plastic kind of rugby shaped kind of ball thing, and you drop the ball and it would come out one of like 4 directions.
Look at these rich bastards! They got 2 tables.
Okay, no.
And there's one in the back on the side. There's two on the side. This must be a Subbuteo club.
No,
I
this
bet.
must
I
be,
bet everyone in that room's never been laid. And you know what? They probably don't care.
It does look a bit shit now. Oh, what a goal! What a goal! We need to have a look at that one, and we need to reverse that. Let's have a look. Watch this. Boof! What the fuck's the keeper doing up in the air? God, he was shit. Yeah, and you got like the stands as well, didn't you? You have to kind of lean over, but I don't think I knew anyone that had the stands.
We had to put it on the floor when my brother had it. Like I said, he had a second-hand one, but yeah, it was huge.
And the pitch that I remember was just green. I don't remember it having a different kind of.
And we lost the football, so we had to use a ping pong ball, which how shall I put this, was a bit airy when you hit it.
Yeah, because they're quite. It wasn't
It was
the
substantial.
ball.
The ball.
What's that?
It was weighted because, not saying like, heavy, but it had weight to it because otherwise, you spend all day just picking it off the floor.
Yeah, I think it was quite a bit
It's got
smaller than
PlayStation advertising on the side. Did you see that?
What's that?
I'm sure it had PlayStation advertising on the side. Yeah, look.
I take it nobody's told these guys that there's things like FIFA you can play now.
No. I bet they're shit at it. Like, look at this. This is impressive for what they're doing, but I bet you give them a control pad and you tank them in a second.
Yeah, there you go. PlayStation 4 advertising as well.
That's cool.
Jesus.
I kind of like that.
This isn't really going to sell the game. Yeah, the way we played it was much better. Much better. Anyway, enough of that. But yeah, I wanted Subbuteo, and I never got it. I got rugby instead, and it just completely lost. Did you have Subbuteo? Oh, you did. You said you did.
Yeah, my brother had it, but like I said, it was years later, and he bought it. And this is weird. Like, so obviously in the 80s, but he bought like the big World Cup set from Jumble Sale. And I remember it because underneath the box, underneath the styrofoam in the box, styrofoam, I'm fucking English, underneath the polystyrene in the box, because this was like an added bonus. I don't know why, but there were some Chinese bangers in there. So after a game of Subbuteo, we went into the garden and lit them. I'm amazed we got fingers.
Probably had more fun in the bargain as well, but yeah, but that's the thing though. Yeah, I mean, this was obviously all these toys that we're talking about. It was before video games, and so this was the closest you were going to actually come to playing football out with being outside.
It was good period. I mean, obviously we talk about Simon, so that was like our pinnacle of state of electronics with all computers and stuff. But what I loved about things like this and board games, and I've got a board game in here that I never got, but was they made effort on stuff, if you know what I mean. There was thought behind it. And you could almost argue that when computers came out, then it kind of killed all this stuff because they could we just make it. I'm not saying there isn't skill and program, but we can just make a computer game. But before that, it was like, no, you had to. It's like, you said the rugby one was crap, but there was still thought behind it because you had that thing, didn't you? You dropped the ball in.
Yeah. That's aye. Looking at my list, apart from Simon, everything you can still get it, but video games, I think, effectively has killed all these types of games stone dead.
Yeah, because obviously board games are still a thing, but they were like a behemoth industry in themselves, weren't they, in the 70s? Board games. I mean, there was a Pac-Man board game. Remember that?
Berserk, yep. Donkey Kong as well. I'd love to actually figure out how you played these things. How can you possibly turn a Pac-Man video game into?
You actually went around a maze, and your Pac-Man would collect the dots.
Really, yeah. But I suppose it's a bit like Dungeons and Dragons. The purists will always say that you've got to play the board game, and video games will never take over. But yeah, sadly, video games did take over, and things like Subbuteo. Although we've obviously got the two guys in the telly there. They much prefer playing this to getting laid or playing a video game and pulling birds, whatever.
He's got his fingers insured because they're magic. Maybe imagine what he could do with a bird. I'm taking the piss out of him, but he probably just from one Subbuteo match earns more than me in a fucking year.
So anyway, yep, Subbuteo, I wanted it and I never got it. I got rugby instead. So, right, back to yourself, Squire. What next game did you want and you never actually got?
This is another electronic one. It was kind of a musical instrument is a very strong descriptive term for what this is. And my cousin, she had it back in the day. After I wanted it, so it wasn't like I saw that and wanted it. So I did get to like play on one, quotation fingers, but I imagine this drove parents up the wall. And it was Major Morgan.
Oh,
and it was this weird, like, it looked like a Beefeater soldier, and it had a touchpad, and you would slide cards into the touchpad with like musical notes on it and stuff. And each card there were like different cards. And it was, essentially an electronic musical instrument for kids. And I just remember, again, the advert, sorry to you, it just fascinated me as a kid.
There it's here, yeah, Major Morgan.
Yes, look at it.
I thought you were going to say Rolf Harris's xylophone.
I think James May did in his Toy Stories series about 15 years ago. I think he learnt a song on it. But
so
yeah,
how did it actually work then? You put in, there we're going to see there.
Yeah, but basically it was just you created a circuit when you pressed it, and each key press would make a different note. But it was just electronic shill basically. But so you put different cards. I mean, what even is that card?
So what exactly is this guy doing? Is he playing a tune or something? Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Right. I've got you. So is that the tune at the top? Star, star, square, square.
Yes.
Right.
That's kind of cool. And yeah, like I said, I've got to play it a few years later. My cousin, she had it, and it just when you were kids, you'd take toys with you, and she came over our house and she had it, and I was just like, I think I was actually like, yeah, this isn't so good. But before that, when I saw the adverts, it was just like, I need this in my life. I'm going to be on friggin' top of the pops.
When did that come out? When was?
I want to say late 70s.
Aye, I do remember that. That's the thing. A lot of these games, obviously, that we've picked were electronic games, and that that because they were the first generation from going from like
that was our Game Boy.
Exactly. We were brought up in like sort of like mechanical games like Bagatelle and all that kind of stuff, and your dad would hammer nails into a piece of wood and get a marble, and that was your Christmas. So yeah, things like all these games you can see behind me. Yeah, I mean, I would have killed for any one of these. But yeah, Major Morgan, I do remember that. Was there not? I was going to say, was there not something? Was that not like a kind of child's version of something? I can't remember.
I do see. Now you say that, my brain thinks it was it part of a pair of products? I got this nagging feeling it was. I don't know. It was like a more grown-up version. I wouldn't say an adult version.
Yeah, or what they sometimes did was they'd bring out like a kind of slightly cheapo version. I think that might have been the cheapo version, but I can't remember. I can't actually remember if there was a kind of big boy version, so to speak. I honestly can't remember. But yeah, so you wanted it, but you never got it. Did you ask your mum for it?
Yeah. Again, I was naughty that year, so Santa didn't bring it.
And what
Excuse
can you remember?
Me while I open a beverage.
Excuse me, I'm going to have a drink of my tea. I've still got some there. So what did you get instead? Can you remember that year?
I can't remember, but I do remember. It's like you with your rugby that you didn't get it, so maybe it was a question of it was sold out because it was insanely popular for a few years, and they bought me something else electronic, which still didn't count because it wasn't Simon.
Oh, see that where is it? I'll go and get it off my shelf. Hang on, because I have got one. Try not. Come on. There we go. There we go. Yep, there's my there's that thing. Merlin. That was kind of, yeah, that was, I mean, it did. You could play tunes in
I
it.
completely forgot about that until you just showed me.
Yeah. It was all right. I mean, the thing is, the only bits that lit up were that little red dots. That was it. But there was different games. You could play poker on it or whatever it was. I can't remember. Was it? No, not poker. What's the one you got to try and get to 21? What's that called?
Blackjack. Pontoon.
Blackjack. You could play blackjack. It did the Simon thing. Also, you could play...
I just remember seeing that in catalogs now. Now you show me it, and always thinking it was a phone.
Hello. Yes. Buy, sell. Yeah. It was... The thing is that there was so much competition.
You want to break that out in public one day and start talking into it and weird everyone out.
Excuse me. So that kind of like did similar, but yeah, I don't. Something niggles me that there was another version of Major Morgan, but maybe not. I'm maybe getting confused with what was the calculator. You had Speak and Spell, which was like
Professor something.
Professor, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
I found that in a charity shop last year.
Oh, did you? Did you buy it?
The modern version of it, yeah. I gave it to my niece. Yeah, I found the modern version of it, but unlike most remakes, the modern version was basically the same as the old school version, only it had solar panels. Professor something. Texas Instruments. I can't remember. Yeah, that might be the other one I'm thinking of. They were like a pair of products.
What was that called? The Professor thing?
Professor something. I can't remember what it is.
Professor.
If you type in Texas Instruments Professor, I'm pretty sure you'll get it.
Ah, there it is. Little Professor.
That's it.
There it is there, yeah.
And yeah, like I said, I was amazed that the remake of it was so close to the original, but then it's a perfect design, isn't it? I'm wondering if you might be thinking of, and I didn't have it as a kid, and funnily enough, it could have made this list. I have it as an adult. I found it in a charity shop. Speak and Spell.
Oh yeah. Well, that was kind of like a sort of cheapo version of Speak and Spell, was it not?
Yeah, it was just to teach you maths.
There was Speak and Spell, and then there was also the maths version as well. Never. Again, they were quite kind of they were quite advanced because it had, well, they spoke, obviously, hence the reason called Speak and Spell. Yeah. So that was when did this come out? Did this come out about the same time as Major Morgan?
I want to say this was late 70s.
Yeah. When you look at it, it's actually really basic. I mean, it's not much more than a calculator. They've got a big face in the front, but
it tallied your score and stuff, and it had difficulty levels.
I always liked the Texas calculators because they had the kind of, instead of the sort of green, they had like the bright yellow, the bright red text, which was very, very, which was quite advanced looking.
Texas Instruments, didn't they used to sell their chips to Commodore for their calculators, and they realized that Commodore was outselling their calculators, so they cut off the chips, which ruined Commodore's calculators. So then Commodore bought a chip factory of their own to bang out chips cheaply to make the Commodore 64 with, which killed Texas Instruments' home computer line. Everything was payback.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Jack Tramiel, he was basically the Grim Reaper of the computer industry.
So anyway, Major Morgan, yep, you wanted it and you never got it. You never got it. Right, listen, I'm going
to. God, see, if you think about it again, after this, because obviously you can't put these on the sound because you might get struck. But after this, just watch a Major Morgan video, and then this will probably confirm for me why I actually really didn't get it, which is my parents didn't want to hear the fucking noise it made.
Yeah, because they were very, very limited, weren't they? Obviously.
Yeah, it was just literally squeals.
Drive them absolutely insane. Listen, I'm going to have to take another quick toilet break, so we shall be back in about 2-3 minutes, if that's all right.
Cool beans.
apologies, dearie me. Oof.
If you gotta go, you gotta go.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So I think it's an age thing. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, Major Morgan. Right. The next thing on my list that I always wanted, and it was, I must have been probably about 7 or 8 years old. It was the Cade catalogue, and it was a sit-on electric motorbike. You know, it was actually battery powered. This thing actually moved, whereas the things that I got had little pedals that you had to self
I got a
propel.
pedal trike one year for Christmas.
Yeah,
The only electric thing on it was the light on the front.
that's right. And I think it was a police car, a police bike. I can still see a picture of it. You know what? I bet you it was complete shit, because when you think of the battery
I was going to
technology,
say battery technology then.
yeah,
It wouldn't have been a rechargeable or anything, would it? It would have.
no,
Like,
I doubt it. I don't know how it worked.
What would you put in it?
I don't know how it worked. It certainly wasn't like double A's, anything like that. It was
You
actually.
probably would have got 20 minutes out of it at best. It's funny though, right?
You've just made me think about that
Excuse
thing
me.
that when we were talking last year, when you used to go to the shows and you went to Blackpool, whatever, and you got like the the remote controlled boats, and there was
Yeah.
like 4 people side by side with a gigantic steering wheel, and you were navigating your boat in this little like 2-foot 1-inch thick deep pool. Excuse me. Yeah, and I think did we not also get we had the racing car version as well? I think it was
Yeah. I mean, what
complete
batteries
shit.
are in those? Because those things, like,
Oh,
they were running solidly for a few hours, weren't they?
mm.
They were probably thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds.
Oh, I'd imagine. So when they're behind this like really, really thick kind of glass.
And navigate is too strong a descriptive term for what you could do. Let's be honest. You just ploughed into the side in the other boats.
Invariably you'd have like it must have been based on like you got like a minute or something, and invariably your car would be jammed, and that was it. By the time you got it out, you'd ran out of time. But yeah, that motorbike, I can still picture it. It was a little police
I could
car, and
imagine
it
you
was.
didn't get it because your parents probably looked at it with the mindset we have now, which is, I can't afford the batteries for that bad boy because it's going to absolutely piss through them.
Excuse me. I can't actually figure out how it might. What kind of battery would it have been? It almost. I don't know. Would
A
it
car
be? It wouldn't
battery.
have been. Yeah. I can't imagine that. It was. It was just. The appeal for me was as a sort of an 8-year-old
It must
kid
have been
growing up.
something like a scaled down, car battery S technology, and you did charge it. Like we're putting like crocodile clips on it, if you know what I mean. Because there's no way I had off the shelf batteries. Because, like I said, it would eat them in seconds.
I'm just trying to. And it was the fact that it had a battery that was like, okay, now that's like a real motorbike. I can't even imagine that it was like an electric.
I'm knee deep in birds on that bad boy.
Electric police bike, 1970s. I'll need to try and find. There's none of these. No. It was probably complete pish. But I just remember seeing it in the catalogue, thinking, "Oh my god, I would love that."
It's another example of how technology's moved on, which is we bought one for my niece a few years ago and keep it at this house. So when she comes over, all of the nieces, because Wade's only make girls apparently. When she comes over, she can ride it, and I think I bought it off eBay for 50 quid. Can you imagine you had a time machine and think, do you imagine actually if you were a kid looking at what stuff was available now and the price, you'd be like, God damn, I want to live in the future.
I'm wondering if it was similar technology to like the C5. I don't know. 12 police bike. I bet you can't
I tell
find
you
it.
what, you can ride it in London and not pay the congestion charge.
I see. It was kind of like Aye, that's true. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. I just saw one popping up on eBay. It's not going to be. Yeah, it was kindy like that. It was like that sort of style. 6-volt powered kids electric. 6-volt. It was kind of like that. It didn't look as fancy. It was more kind of basic looking, but
I'll tell you
yeah,
what.
it must have had some really,
Picture in is boss.
What's that?
The second picture in is like, that's a bad boy. The Harley looking one.
Look at this thing here.
So the battery would have been under the seat.
Right on track.
See, in the 70s, with the technology we had, if you rode it in the rain, you get electrocuted.
I can't even remember. Yeah, it was more kind of like that sort of thing. Yeah, it was the reason it appealed to me was because, you know, I had to manually pedal the thing. Whereas this had a picture of a kid driving it. I'm like, I want one of these, but again, never got it.
That one for £102 with the kid and the woman's walking behind him. That's so obviously an AI picture.
Fucking hell.
AI, we come so far, but AI still can't do people.
Doesn't even look like it. Looks that.
None
looks
of them
completely...
exist. None of that picture is real.
12-volt. There must. I mean, presumably the technology now, you could get away with kids riding that. But yeah, the one that I wanted was probably really first generation. Yeah, it was probably completely shit, but I wanted it. But again, I think it was quite expensive. I'll need to try and find.
I'll tell you what, I bet it was. Yeah.
I know. Christmas in an hour. Holy shit! It's 11 o'clock. Fucking hell. Right, we'll crack on very quickly. So yeah, that's what I wanted. I wanted my electric motorbike, but I never got it. So yeah, back to yourself, Squire.
Oh, this is an interesting one. It comes back to what I said about board games, although it's not really a board game, but you know what I mean, which is they made, I'm sure you know this one. This is something that I want now, but they're not uber expensive. But yeah, they made an effort on these interactive toys that you had that weren't video games or whatever, and it was, do you remember Kong Man?
Con Man?
Kong, as in Donkey Kong. Kong Man. Yeah, it was like this. It was by Tommy, and you had a marble at the bottom, and you had to get it up this like sheer face of a cliff, and there was Kong Man at the top. And again, it was the adverts, and I just looked at it.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that it there?
Hang on, I'm a few seconds behind you for some reason.
Is that it there, Kong Man?
That's it. Yeah, see what I mean? So it's like this interactive puzzle. And now like a bridge that was broken in two and moved up and down. Yes, look at that.
It was obviously a play on Donkey Kong, wasn't it? It must have been. Yeah. Kong.
That's brilliant. That still looks the fucking tits. Yeah, so you had the steps as well at the bottom. They were moving up and down, and there's a broken bridge. See, just above the steps, and you would wind up the time. Then that big blue arm swung around. It had a magnet to move your marble from one side of the. Just stuff like that. That's just the thought. I mean, how do you sit down and design that?
Yeah. There was a lot of ingenuity went into these games. It was a bit like
Sonic, and a few years later, like many years later in the 90s, they made a Sonic variant, Sonic the Hedgehog variant.
Oh, really? Yeah. So when did this come out? Age 3 upwards.
I want to say, yeah, I wouldn't trust a 3-year-old with a marble, would you? I want to say it was in the 80s, not the 70s. Well, definitely in the 80s, because obviously it's ripping off Donkey Kong. But yeah, it's a thing of beauty. Tommy.
I don't remember it, but I don't remember seeing that. Although it does kind of look familiar. There's the Sonic one, which is obviously
£90.
Oh, it's exactly the same. Look at it. It's exactly the same.
Yeah, I only found out a few years ago. I think I saw it in a Guru Larry video. Oh my god, it is completely ridiculous. They made no effort whatsoever.
Just change
They could have at
change
least
the
put the loop in there, couldn't they?
change the stickers. I'm guessing though this if you had got it, it had the same lifespan of like what do you call it, Mousetrap. I always wanted Mousetrap, and I did eventually get it. And then after I'd done it twice, you realise that it's actually was not on
It's
like a
more
great
fun,
tier
but it's
to it.
more fun building it than it is playing it.
Yeah.
And then by that I mean literally when you got your mouse to the end and then you had to like do the whole contraption. One of my earliest videos from about 14 years ago is I found Mousetrap in the attic and built it and then set it off. And then I had to put a few crafty cuts in there because it never did it properly. So I edited it so it looked like it did it. But that
Again,
was
the
brilliant.
advert for Mousetrap was fantastic. But
You can
it
still
was
buy
actually
Mousetrap. I'm surprised they haven't brought this back in its original form. Well, they'd probably be sued,
man.
wouldn't they? By Nintendo. Nintendo sue everyone now. Most consumer unfriendly people on the planet.
Yeah.
They'll brick your console for buying a second-hand game.
So was it an actual game? Did you actually like roll a dice or something, or
No, you
what?
just had to get your marble or your ball bearing. Again, good luck trusting a 3-year-old with a ball bearing up. So so the orange steps, and it went around the corner. Then that bridge moved up and down because it was motorized.
Oh, right, there's
And
no.
you
Was it
press those
battery
buttons.
operated? Do you think?
Yeah, so you had that one button. So it was kind of like Screwball Scramble. Remember that? Where you had one button controlled everything on the board, essentially. Yeah, so you went up the steps and you went across the bridge, and then you went up to the next level, not sure how, and then he swung across the ravine. And then I don't know how you got to the top for Kong. If they had a brain, it would have had sound effects gone bloop, bloop. That's brilliant. Like, don't you think, like, just looking at that as an adult, like, whoever designed that, well done. Screw all these people now and scientists and stuff like that. That bloke should have got the fucking Nobel Prize.
Yeah. No, it was. I mean, it was. Yeah, they were ingenious. I mean, they were mechanical.
Think,
We didn't have.
I think Kong rotated. I'm not sure that he did anything, but he rotated it top.
I wonder if there's an advert. Let's see if there's any advert for it. Let's get into YouTube. What was it called again? Kongman. Tommy Kongman.
Because I bought Screwball Scramble. I bought the German version because it's got a different name a few years ago. And again, I played it. I had to put a few crafty cuts in there because it never worked properly.
There you go.
Look at
Ah, you're right. Look at that.
what good nick that's in.
Look at that.
And there's points. Can you see it?
Oh, so
yeah,
it
because the
jumps.
thing went up the side. The balloon, that's it. The balloon got you to the bit. Because the
So
balloon going up.
that was moving itself then. So how did you
Yeah.
then advance it from there? Oh, what happened there? Nope. So I take it pressing the
I'm being all quiet because I'm pensive and rooting for this guy.
it just fucking jumped over completely avoided the bridge. How's it going to jump up there? Oh, look at that. Look at that.
He didn't even need to. Yeah, like you said, he didn't need to go across the bridge.
It just fucking jumped, getting short circuited.
I'm genuinely impressed with that still.
Oh, there we go. Oh, well.
At least you don't have to worry about it going back at that point.
Oh, look at that. Was that a magnet or something that lifted it
Yeah.
up?
Oh, the magnetic wall. That's brilliant.
Yep, and you've effectively seen the entire point of the game. You've seen the entire thing there, but that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So you wanted
There's not
it.
much longevity in it, really, is there? Like I said, I wonder how many of these toys I didn't get them because my parents were like, "I'm not spending 50 quid on that. He's going to finish it in 3 minutes."
But the 10-year-old you just couldn't get that at all. You wanted it. You were desperate for it. But yeah, it was very. The novelty would have worn off pretty quick, and no doubt if I'd got that, I'd have probably ended up breaking it. But yeah, Fantastic.
Well, yeah, of course, because a lot of these things, uber fragile.
I wonder now they'll not still make that. I wouldn't have thought. Doubt it. Very much doubt it.
I think that's
Anyway,
the
right.
license
The
to
next
print
one
money,
for
bringing that
me,
back.
we have already discussed this one on a previous video. Yeah, Tin Can Alley. Again, fantastic advert. Tin Can Alley was the closest you're ever going to get to owning a gun. What was it called? Tin Can Alley. And yet, Derek got it.
And it was a Winchester, wasn't it? We reloaded it. Cause I know this because my brother had it, actually.
Oh, look at that. Tin Can Alley, 1977. Fantastic.
I do remember when my brother had it, playing it as a kid, when you realise how it worked, it was actually a little bit disappointing. Because underneath the barrel, on the end of the, like the wooden part of the gun, there was a light. And then if you look underneath the cans, you can see circular holes on the fence. So the light would go through the circular hole.
And there, yeah.
Yeah, and the little motor would move this thing along, and it would, if you hit the hole, it would be like flick a metal rod underneath the can.
I just make it pop up.
Yeah. Do you know what's true, though? I can't show you because it'll kill my internet, but I've got one of those cans still. It's on my shelf.
Really?
Like Tin Can Alley Pepsi can. I'll take a picture and send it to you later on. Because what you used to do is you used to stick a yellow sticker on the can, which would take into account the height of the barrel over the light sensor underneath it, and that's how you aimed, if you know what I mean. And there was a Dr. Pepper variant, but no one bought that much like Dr. Pepper. Yeah, and I think it took, is it D cells, the big chunky circular ones?
Yeah, you had the double A, you had the C, and then the D was the big ones. Yeah,
I want to say it may have taken 8 of them, because it had like I said, it was an electric motor that ran underneath the cans and would flick them up. But still, incredibly impressive for the 70s. Look how happy that dad is on the box with his kid, teaching his kid to be a redneck.
Is that guy not famous? I'm sure he was famous, wasn't he? Oh, Chuck Connor, there we go. Not that I know him, but I do know his face. I recognise his face.
Oh, and that Winchester action reload. Look at that. Teaching my kid to kill commies. Okay, that was the epitome of 70s hair. See? There you go.
Alley.
That's the light sensor.
Fantastic. Again, it was a one-trick pony. Oh, what's going on there?
Yeah, but what a trick.
Yeah. I mean, I wanted it. You know, it was getting advertised at the time. Tin Can Alley. I wanted it, and my mum and dad bought me. They bought me a very, very diluted version. Holy shit! Look at that. There you go, £399. That looks pretty much brand new, doesn't it?
If you bought that, you probably, because everyone loves it, you probably make the money back in ad revenue on the video.
Gee, yeah, look at that. Pepsi, that looks like it's never been bloody owned.
And also think about it, wouldn't just batteries that these cells that go in the fence, you'd have to put them in the gun as well. That's why your parents didn't buy it.
Cocks like a real rifle.
I think it's got so many batteries it could have powered the motorbike you wanted. There you go. If you look at the can, you can see the yellow sticker on it that I was talking about, which is how you aim. But you had to stick them on yourself.
Oh, there you even get extra stickers.
Feels like a real gun.
Starring Chuck Connors, star of TV and films. Yeah. Excuse me. Dearie me.
Do you know what the irony of that is? Instead of buying that now for that price, you could buy yourself a really decent air rifle and just shoot real cans.
Where's the fun in that? Why? Oh, that it comes. No, that clicks on at the back. There, that goes in there, doesn't it? Yeah. It was all plastic as well, wasn't it? But you know what? It was the coolest
I
present
want to
ever.
get one now and see if I can reload it like Terminator 2.
I know, as long as you've got deep pockets, $399, holy shit. Oh, there's one there. Only £465.
Bargain. It'd be rude not to buy it out.
Is that not this? Is that not the same one? That looks like the same picture, actually. Okay, now. Fantastic.
See, so technically, your parents should have bought you it, because if you kept it in good nick, it would have been an investment.
That's true. I know. Fantastic. Ah, look at the box. That is mint. Absolute mint.
See, I wonder if that's like old new stock, if you know what I mean, because
yeah, must be.
It's criminal that that's not been played with.
I know.
I wonder how many people bought that and ended up joining the army.
If you look at that, they've obviously kept it in some sort of like box. See that there? It's like,
yeah, it's pristine.
Yeah, that's mental.
See, and I don't mean this in a negative way, but I'm just saying, but that product has got literally only in America written all over it, hasn't it? Is it Hurtle? No,
the thing is, if you notice there, they've used like real wood.
Yeah, I know.
And then you get that, it doesn't look quite the same.
And you don't get the cans that are on the box. Did we not get Dr. Pepper then?
I don't
think
we did.
But that's what I think about it. But they've had to license Pepsi.
Yeah.
Pepsi aren't going to let you use their, shit for free.
That's pretty cool. Not £465 cool written off, but yeah. I wanted Tin Can Alley, but what did I get? Let's see if I can find out. It was a real shitty little owl light gun game.
You got 4 empty cans and a ping pong ball.
Owl light gun. Let's see if it's there. Yeah, and it was like I can't remember how much Tin Can Alley was. It must have been about 40 quid or something. Owl light gun game.
It's weird, like the big toys, were like £49 then, and that to us now, and I don't mean adjusted for inflation, but that to us now, you're kind of like, well, £49 isn't a big deal, but £49 in the 70s.
Oh, that was a shitload of money.
Change.
That was a lot of money. No, they don't seem to have. They don't seem to have the thing that I got. But yeah, suffice to say, saying that the thing that I had, it was actually, I mean, it was all right. It made a noise when you shot it, but it didn't have the cans. That was, you wanted that. It wasn't a patch on Tin Can Alley.
You wanted that sweet Winchester reload action. I mean, that's brilliant.
I don't think you just wouldn't get something like that now. A little light gun game.
They remade a cheaper version of it in the 90s, but it was a handgun.
Oh, was it? Nah,
and it was shit, because let's be honest,
you want the full.
And they had to colour it orange, because obviously back then we could colour our toy guns in like gun colour.
Nah, can't see any pictures of the thing. Oh, there it's there. That's it. That's what I had. It came with a little, it came with a little. That's it.
It's an owl.
Look at it. That's what I got. It's not. Well, that one's light. That light. Cracking hell, I've not seen that for bloody about 30, 40 years.
Yeah, but I tell you what, you get to cock the gun.
Now the problem that you had with like 1970s technology was like the bulbs that they put in these were so. I mean, look, he's about 3 inches away.
Yeah.
To make it a point of it, you had to kind of stand back, but you then had to play in a darkened room because the bulb was so weak.
Yeah. Also, if you released it now, you'd have to put a disclaimer on the box that says we do not condone or endorse shooting owls.
I'm surprised I've actually found that. Fucking hell, I don't know. There it's there, yeah. Hoot Shoot Vintage Toy. Let's have a look. Hoot Shoot Vintage.
Hoot Shoot. I see what they did there.
Hoot Shoot. Oh, you can get. No.
You could combine it with the bike and then ride by the hour, take top shots, drive-by style.
Yeah, no, I'm actually, it's actually good to see that thing again. Hoot shoot, there we go. Oh, fucking hell, I don't know what's happened to it. Yeah, that's it there. Is that the only? Oh, there it's there. Oh, shit, I remember that. LED scoring to 15 points. All transistorized integrated circuitry. Yeah, they just bamboozled you with technology, with big words like that. You thought, fucking hell, that looks really good. Yeah. Yeah, but you've got to admit it's not Tin Can Alley.
Well, it's not endorsed by Chuck.
No. There we go. Yep, that was a Tin Can Alley disappointment. Okay. Right, listen, I'm thinking we'll probably need to wrap this up before midnight, I think. How are you doing for time? Well, we'd go for
25.
one more each, do you think? How's that?
Yeah.
I think we will, yeah. Okay, right, back to yourself, Squire.
This would be my number one if I did this in sequence. This is
number one of disappointments, yeah.
Yeah, which is what, like, I needed this in my life as a kid, again, because the commercial made it so great. And a few years later, my friend had it, and I realized it wasn't so great, probably because I wasn't smart enough to program it, the functionality of it, to get full, use of it. But the commercials made it look amazing. And I bought one from a charity shop a few years ago because they reissued it in the early 2000s. And that would be Big Track. Remember Big Track? The programmable
yeah.
roller had a keypad on the top.
And what could you actually do with it? Could you program it or something?
You could program something like 16 moves or key combinations in it, so you could literally go forward, turn right, shoot its laser, because in the commercial it shot the dog. You could also buy a trailer for it that it could tip, because again, in the commercial he drove it into the other room. Again, your parents are looking at it and just going, this really isn't that exciting. But yeah, the kid programmed it to drive it into the other room and deliver his dad an apple. How would that not sell you as a kid?
Right, wait a minute. Here we go.
Now, this was uber expensive back in the day. This might have even been more than £49.
Yeah, that was... You didn't get the trailer with it, did you?
No, that was an optional accessory. Oh, that commercial was just pure toy pornography. See?
Oh, look at that.
Just shot the dog. I was just going to say, bollocks, is he going down the stairs? In fact, if anything, the commercial shows you the limitations of the product. Warning, will not go downstairs.
Fantastic. So that was just... yeah, that came out in 1989.
1989?
1979, I beg your pardon.
I was going to say 1979 though. Ooh. Again, I think it was probably running on C-Cell, that, but you probably need at least 6 of them. And let's just say they weren't making it through to Boxing Day, were they?
That's the thing. Batteries back in the 70s were really, really expensive as well.
They started going down. I can't be the only one who used to do this. When they started going flat and you want to squeeze a little more oomph out of them, you used to take them out of the machine and then stick them in your armpits for 5 minutes. Because you could get a little bit more juice out of them, couldn't you, if you warmed them up?
Well, if you took the batteries out and just left them for like a wee bit, they would get a wee bit more juice. But what I used to do
also they were really bad. If you left them in the product when they were flat any longer than a month, they corrode. They just piss everywhere, wouldn't they?
And the thing is, the only other like device in the house that used batteries was like your dad's transistor radio. And then
I'm sure we talked about it. There was a year where you nicked them. You had to nick the batteries out of your dad's radio.
Oh, the thing is,
batteries. Was that for your train or no?
Nah, I can't. Nah.
Couldn't have jumped your train without batteries. But yeah, so
the thing, I mean, it was ever-ready batteries. They were shit. They were the battery technology.
And they were
back
a top
then,
brand, weren't they?
Aye.
They were like the dog's bollocks before Duracell.
different. But I'm trying to think. There was a blue colour, then there was the red, and I think let's have a look. Let's have a look at
What was the
Ever Ready
deal with
Bar.
that?
What was that?
Was one that alkaline and the other one something different? Why were there two different colour Ever Readies? I completely forgot about that until you mentioned it.
I thought the colour was like the size of battery. Ever Ready batteries, 1970s.
And then it was the square battery that you could put on your tongue and get an electric shock. Do you remember?
Oh my God! Look how much nostalgia does this picture. Look at that! Wow. Okay, now.
Again, hang on, I'm a few seconds behind you.
Look at that. If that does not reek
word.
nostalgia, look at it.
Oh, look at the big one in the top left-hand corner. I forgot about those.
God,
Those would have been the ones. Those would have been the ones in the trike, wouldn't they?
Yeah, probably. It's probably like two of them. I mean, they were fucking ridiculously expensive. Oh man, that just.
If you look at the second row down, third over the two double A's. Why do they look knackered and old even though they're new?
Well, this here.
Yeah, no, one over. No, the double A's, the blue. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? The design is so kind of minimalist. They look like they're used and spent even though they're new.
Oh, are these down there?
Yeah.
Oh man,
you can see why Duracell nailed the market just by having the copper coloured top.
I don't remember the white ones.
I don't remember the white ones.
SP2 and HP2.
So what they're basically saying is they've got two tiers of battery. So they're saying here's a battery, but they're shit. Here's the good batteries that you want.
Like that's high power. That's just standard. Yeah, that HP high powered standard power.
I can't believe there's a market for old batteries.
Oh man, yeah. Look at these. I don't remember these.
See, again, there's a license to print money for nostalgia and retro, and people of our age. Which is, if you made rechargeable batteries, but used the Ever Ready logo, made them look like that, they'd fly off the shelf just for the fact that they look like Ever Readies.
They're beautiful. Look at that. Just that picture there evokes so many memories. Okay,
it's a bit of a crap name, though, isn't it? Ever Ready until they're flat. Those orange ones are boss, though.
There you go. In the 1970s, Ever Ready later Energizer batteries were a dominant force. Well, it was like the only ones known for their iconic red and black packaging, popularizing alkaline cells with Robert Conrad's Tough Guy ads. Don't remember him, and offering various sizes.
I can't take anyone now. Well, once you've experienced the dizzying highs of Chuck Connor, no one cuts it. And also, that was a thing that would, obviously sink your heart when you opened a present as a kid, which is batteries not included.
Oh, fuck, aye. Unbelievable, eh? Look at that. Yeah, there was, right, so HP2. So was the blue a different? I can't actually remember. So are they not like the C size? They were like what we would now deem as C, isn't that?
I know you can still buy it, but does stuff even use C or D now? That top row, though, now they look at top row, far right, those white ones with the red swirly thing on. They're a thing of beauty.
Ever Ready 9 lives flashlight battery. Even when you think back to like torches back in the 70s,
God,
they were crap. I mean,
if you ever broke down or got lost, you had literally 25 minutes to find your way out before your battery died.
That's why we had candles back in the day. I know. Yeah, fantastic. But even a little bulbs.
Funny you say that. You just reminded me of something that you always used to get on battery boxes warnings back in the day that I've never forgotten. Was it never exposed to naked flame?
Fantastic. I got even these as well. 45 pence. There you go. Okay, now. Yeah, they're probably highly dangerous.
I can actually see myself. I don't know what it was that my dad owned, but I remember seeing those big fuckers.
PP9. Jesus.
Disposable batteries that size. The Green Police would have a fucking hissy fit now, wouldn't they? I reckon. I want to say in your bike, it was two of those big fuckers.
Yeah, it probably was. It was probably something like that. Yeah,
That's the reason your parents didn't buy it.
aye.
It's cheaper for them to buy a fucking rechargeable car battery.
Fantastic. Excellent. Anyway, right, yeah, that was what was the toy we were talking about?
Big track.
Big track. Yeah, sorry, we kind of deviated onto batteries, but
I feel that excursion was worth the nostalgia.
that was it's worth it just to see these. So you wanted it, and was there a reason you think you never got it? Was it the price of the thing? Or?
Yeah, it's got to be the cost. Because you got to remember, my parents got 3 boys, so Christmas was fucking expensive. And you also got to remember that 2 of those boys' birthday was, the end of October before Christmas, so expensive. I wonder if I got much better presents if my birthday was in the middle of the year.
Quite possibly, but aye, I know it's mental, absolutely mental. Right, my last one. This was a game that there was 2 versions of. I think the one that I got, I think, was probably the original, and then they realised they could enhance
I hope we're not getting sick.
and get more. Yeah, no problem. They could get more money out of you, and it was Flight Deck. Do you remember Flight Deck?
I remember Flight Deck.
Yeah, it was basic as anything. It was
but it was the console that wasn't it, like the stick that sold you.
Oh yeah, all it was it was a cardboard aircraft carrier deck.
Literally a epitome of fly by wire.
Yeah, it was a piece of a cheapo sort of airfix model of a Harrier jump jet, and it sat on, there was a little sort of reel of fishing line that just went round in a circle, and it hung on a hook, and then as the tension of the hook was kept in place by this kind of joystick that was at one end, and all you did is as you pushed the controller away from you, it would make the string sink, and then gravity would then make this plastic plane come down and land, supposedly. It was cheap and nasty, and it was so simple. Let's see if I can find it.
Again, but, I wonder how many kids ended up doing
I've
the
got this slightly wrong. I wanted that there was 2 versions. There was Flight Deck and there was Super Flight Deck, and Super Flight Deck had
the word super in front of it.
It had super, but it would self-propel. The one I had, when you landed it, you then had to physically pull it back up, whereas Super Flight Deck, it was a yellow plane.
Super was the one you wanted and never got.
I wanted Super Flight Deck because it was a better one, but I only got the Super Flight Deck toy. Let's see if I can find. Yeah, there's Super Flight. There's Super Flight Deck there. Guide it down to a carrier landing. Yeah, there's me there. But yeah, in fact, that's what it did. Super Flight Deck propelled it upwards, and then it would get to top, and it would spin around and then land. Whereas the one I had was manual. I mean, there it's there. That was exactly what you got. Come on, you're going to let us see it fly.
Oh, look at that!
It was probably made of cardboard. It was probably made of cardboard.
Warning: the launching catapult is designed to choke children.
There you go. Boom.
That was it. Dude, it still looks great. Look at it. Look at the action shot.
That's it. That was the game. But that was, yeah, they're not really letting you see it properly. They're not going to let you see it flying. Light deck.
I'm more impressed at the size of the kid's lounge.
Come on. No, fuck, it's one of these non-skip adverts.
By the way, slight interjection. That's the only downside to a Chromebook. If you just want something to access the internet and shit like that, in a laptop form, it's bullet quick and booting up and shutting down, does everything like that. Fine, fantastic. But because it's made by Google, you can't skip YouTube adverts.
Oh, of course. Right, that doesn't really let you
It's
see
the world's
it.
smallest aircraft carrier.
But yeah, so that one, it would shoot it up, and then it would spin around,
How
and
did
then
it
it would
shoot
come
it
down
up?
and land. Whereas the one I had, you had to manually put it to the top, and then run down to where the controller was, and then you would land it. I mean, it was. There's a bit of a pattern forming with a lot of these 70s games. They were like the.
2
It was
minutes of
literally.
entertainment.
Yeah, it was. There
as
was.
opposed to 5 minutes of resetting it.
It probably took you longer to
It
actually build it.
literally looks like a fishing reel.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was. Oh, shit. Let's have a quick look to see if I can. So, flight deck toy. It was a blue one that I had. See that? Yeah, that was a super one. Yeah, there's flight deck. There's the one that I had. Are we going to get to see it? Are we going to get to see it?
Do you know what's weird? The most nostalgic thing from this entire video we've done is still the batteries.
Fantastic.
Because they were such a big part of Christmas, though, weren't they?
Oh, they were. Absolutely.
In fact, as a kid, if someone like one of you, I'm sure this would have happened. If your parents colluded with your aunties and your uncles and stuff like that, and they bought you an electronic something, if your aunties and uncles gave you batteries gift wrapped, you probably would have been fine with that. Airfix. Oh, it's made by Airfix.
Oh, it was Airfix. So that's the one I had. All the thrills and excitement of landing a real fighter jet, apparently.
Oh, it's Phantom.
And that was it. That was, yeah.
See, if Airfix had a brain, right, they would have made the clip on the plane so you could attach it to other stuff, and then you could just buy their model kits and attach it to that. I have to say, I know it's only a card, but I do like that Harrier deck there. Landing strip.
But I did. I loved this. I loved it. But I says that the novelty soon wore off, haven't it? I mean, that all these dials were just cardboard. There was absolutely. I mean, that
I like
was
the way
it.
to make something so cheap a selling point. Simply slots into the hole.
Oh, right, you had to secure it. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, but look at that for full 360-degree movement. But there wasn't 360-degree movement, was there? Really?
Nylon wire into the pulley. Jesus.
It's so flimsy.
It was fine until the fishing line snapped. Are we going to see it working? Yeah, so you had to see that. You had to manually pull it.
Is he going to land a plane or is he going to land a bath?
So that's what you have to do, to manually pull it like that, and then you'd go get ready, and then you let go, and it would land. There we go. It's ready to go. And that was it, folks. That was, you had to pull it back. Whereas the yellow one, the super flight deck, would shoot it up the way, spin it round. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, you even got the little flags would come up if you landed it properly. Jeez, I didn't realise. Look at it. I think that's made of cardboard. God. I mean, it's complete shit. But you know what? I was riveted for about half an hour.
I wonder if it says on the box, chair not included.
You realise how shit these things were. God.
Yeah, but again, also, your imagination plugged in all the gaps.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. There you go, folks. That was my yeah. Looking at it now, you realise how crap it was. Yeah, I wanted the posh super flight deck, but my mum and dad just got me the
I'll
blue
tell you
one. I
what,
think.
we won't talk about it. I just, since we were talking about aircraft carriers, I could say, meanwhile, in America, do you want to see a toy that we never got with G.I. Joe in here that will blow your fucking mind for the size of it? Go to, I
What was
can't
that?
remember what it's called. Type in G.I. Joe aircraft carrier. This was a real toy. Worth an absolute fucking fortune now. Yeah, we never got it in the UK.
Excuse me. This thing here is it? Holy
Yeah.
shit! Okay, look at the size of that.
It's mahoosive. Holy fucking crap.
Jesus.
That's a real playset.
Jesus, that is huge, isn't it?
I don't even know what that cost back in the day, but
Oof, bloody hell. That's insane. That makes my fucking super flight deck look complete shit, doesn't it? Fucking hell. Jesus, let's get rid of that freak, whoever he is. Bloody hell.
safe
Yeah,
to say
that's
your
that.
parents were extremely well off.
Oh, there,
If
is
you
that
got
it?
that.
Is that it there? Hang on. Is that the same thing? No, that's it there, eh? Oh my goodness, you'll have it all. There we go.
By the way, Toy Galaxy, great channel.
Is that what that is? Is that what I'm watching?
It's a bit of a misleading name because he more so does like vintage cartoons and gives you the entire history.
Right, okay. God, that is huge, though, isn't it? Fucking hell.
I mean, you didn't just need like a fortune to buy it. You had to have a big fucking house.
Aye, which is why you'd probably have never got that in the UK because nobody had the house big enough to actually.
Also, G.I. Joe make me laugh. I mean, I got fond memories of Action Force, but G.I. Joe, where only 10% of the military were actually dressed like the military. And good luck finding a complete one, because that's the other thing about all this stuff is everything went missing, didn't it? Because you were terrible at keeping stuff together as a kid.
There's Carol Weathers there, what the hell. Fantastic. Anyway, listen, folks. I think we better call it a night. It's 1:45. Are you still going to watch? What are we going to watch? The
I'm going to watch
Snowman.
Santa Claus the movie.
Are you going to watch that before bedtime?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to go and take the dog out for a piss, and then I'm going to watch the Snowman before I get to my bed. So, anyway, listen, folks. Thank you very. Hopefully, you've enjoyed it. Sorry for the stop-start. Yeah, a bit of a dicky Tommy earlier on there, but hopefully you've enjoyed it. Hopefully next year we'll be able to get Dave actually on camera.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. Well, it's bad to say this after video stuff we never got. Maybe I'll get a laptop for Christmas. True story, by the way. Since I've had a YouTube channel, which will be 15 years in February, I've gone through 12 laptops.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. What happens to them? Is it just stop working, or
They just die? I guess, because people always say, "Well, just buy a desktop," to which I'm like, "Yeah, I can't fit it anywhere. Desktops are big." But they're not really designed for, because people don't realize that, but constantly processing in videos probably quite demanding.
aye, laptops they're fine, but yeah, the problem is, I mean, I bought Eva a laptop a couple of years ago, and the battery, it was brand new, and yet the battery lasts about half an hour. And it gets really, really hot as well, which you know.
And they don't have fans anymore, do they? They don't have
No,
drives. They don't have fans, and you can't change the battery. Because it used to be like 10 years ago, the battery went, you just fuck it, I'll go on eBay and I'll buy another fucking battery.
Yep.
Type in the name and the model and buy a battery.
Nah, they're all built in now,
It's almost
unfortunately.
as if they're built to fail. I can't think why.
Anyway, yep. Listen, I'm going to let Dave go. Thank you very much for taking time to join me, Dave. It's been
Thank
good
you.
fun.
No thanks. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I just want to wish Dave and everybody a very, very Merry Christmas. Have a nice time. Yep, and until next time, I shall see you again.
See you later,
Cheers,
everyone.
guys. See ya. Bye.